right, thank you. We just want to go over some things that we could do to get the best showings and to also have the best results. Landscape, we want to make sure we get some of the landscape done, get someone to cut the grass maybe once a week just to kind of keep everything low, okay? We're going to walk into the front and I'm going to go into some things that you already know about, but we just want to just bring them to your attention when it comes to pricing. Number one, we want to talk about the outlets first, right? So we want to get every outlet with an outlet cover. People come in here with children and they want to see. We don't want anything that could happen where a child puts their hand here or here and they get shocked. So we want to make sure we have outlets. Everything here looks okay. We also know that every window in the house needs to be changed. So when we're having conversations with clients, when they come here and they see stuff like this and it comes out, this is not going to pass inspection. So you're going to have inspection issues and you're going to have so many people who are going to put offers in and then renege. So what you want to do is you want to get a solid offer from somebody who understands that they're going to have to do new windows in the house. Now, new windows can cost anywhere from $30,000 to $25,000. Okay, they usually charge anywhere between $200 to $300 a window. So this window, this window, this window, this window, this window, that window, and all these windows, you know, it could be pretty pricey, okay? So that's number two. Then we want to talk about some of the damage here. We do have some damage here, cracking in the foundation here of the window. So not only this has to be done, this looks like there might be some termite. So we want to make sure when it comes to termite damage, inspector will look at that and see that as something as a red flag. Okay, even right here, more outlets. We want to make sure that the baseboards are not level but secure, but that's something that small fix that could be done. Now, we know about the grout, you know, the tile, that is what it is, okay? We want to look at the kitchen. There are some things here that can be done and fixed. This is some stuff that they'll look at. Not major, but definitely when we're talking about price, we want to make sure that we get these little things done. These are like little eyesores. So right here, this is coming out, okay? So we have all these little things that we have to look at. Again, every window here must be changed. They all have different things wrong with them. Now, what I noticed is that we do have a couple of insects as well. So we want to make sure that we get maybe an exterminator here. You see we have some insects. Now we know water bugs are everywhere, right? But we want to make sure we get someone to sweep them up. Look, you know, water bugs, stuff like that. You know, we want to make it attractive. Okay, now let's go into here. We know we have a hole here. Okay, so we can tell that this has been plastered. However, a lot of people are going to look at this and see this. Now, people will make offers, but when they do their inspection, this is going to come up. Okay, we have a toilet here. Now this toilet, you know, it can be changed or it is what it is, but you know, it has to be clean. Like when people come, this is how they left it. Okay, I didn't come here, but you see a little urine on the table. You see the little urine on the table. I mean, on the toilet. All right, cracked towel. Well, not towel. That could be. Those are a couple of things. We have insects in there. Of course, now look at, you know, stuff like this. You know, this can be, you know, this right here is something that you want to be mindful, very mindful. Okay. All right. When we get in here, it's fine. We know that we have just one garage door opener, so we see that. We understand. This will be opened up manually. I didn't try to open it up, but I'm sure it works. Hot water heater looks good. Okay. And the roof looks okay too, from what I see. I don't see any issue with that, okay? Now, we have different color lights here. As you can see, you know, stuff like this all around the house, you know. Let's keep, you know, the lighting has to be right, because when we're doing showings in the evening or time, we want to make sure that everything looks lit up. Here as well, fine. Now we want to look at the stairs. Okay, separation buckling. A lot of the people, you looking, you can see that it's separating. So the house is starting to settle. That's fine, it's an older home. But we want to make sure we're mindful that when people are looking at this, they're saying, how much work am I going to have to put in? And these are just the feedback that we're getting from individuals. We're going to make it happen still. Let's go upstairs. Okay, we first started out with one tenant. We understand we have one tenant here. We have 3 tenants now, but we'll go into that in a second. Right here, buckling. This is a danger. Someone could break it and they could fall. This is on its way out, okay? So speed and accuracy is what we want. Because to be honest with you, when you think about it, the faster we sell this house, the faster for everybody to, move forward, and the less chances we'll have of a problem. Now we have bulbs missing here, and also the paint. And of course, we have the window situation here. We have a beehive right here, that's fine. Just don't open the door, open the window, you will get stung. We have, it just needs a cleaning. Look at this. You got spider webs here. We want to sell it. We want to have it look good. We want to throw some lipstick on this. And here, this is where the daughter lives, one of his daughters, very nice young lady. Okay, but she keeps this open. And this brings in insects, but she's been trying to get it closed. She's like, we have a little thing here. Look at this window. So all windows need to be done. And that's really the main thing. Okay. And here in the bathroom, I've noticed in the bathroom we have a sink that is clogged. They had this clogged for when I came here yesterday. This whole thing was clogged. Okay, it's fine, but we just got to make sure we keep in mind that it's hard to see clogged sinks. Now look up. You see that this is dropped down. This has to be put back. This hanging is a hazard. It could fall on someone's head. Someone could sue. And we're trying to keep a lawsuit, because people like to do stupid things to homeowners. Another room here. This is now being rented as well. Okay, we got outlets that need to be covered. All the outlets need to be covered. Okay, we know the situation with the windows. We want to just show you another room that's being rented. Okay, so that way you know what's going on. Okay, now in here, same situation. We have outlets that need to be replaced. Not replaced, but covers. And when we go into the bathroom, you'll see that, there's some minor things that need to be done, but not that we have to do them, but just be mindful of pretty much what we see here. Now, of course, all doors can be replaced. The doors are pretty dated, Also, the smell, right? It does smell a little smoky in here. We understand that it is what it is. People smoke, right? And we don't judge people who smoke, but we want to make sure that there's some air fresheners and stuff, because when we come over the weekend, we want air fresheners. Now, I don't think that we can get what we're asking without having to give a credit. If we give a credit, that would be a way to, make the deal work. But they're gonna have to get a credit for the windows, give a credit for the some of the things that need to be fixed, and that's gonna have to be negotiated up front, or we drop the price to make it where we don't have to worry about credits. But just this is more of a cash investor house, because you won't be able to pass inspection unless you fix things anyway, right? So we just want to make sure that we're on the same page in price. I want to get this done for you efficiently, and I don't want you in a situation where we're prolonging this thing. We got 90 days to get this thing done, about 4 months. So we want to really, really, really start pricing it the right way. Now, I did drop the price to $290 flat, so we could just at least get those people. We had 2 showings today. We had 3 showings so far. We had 5 showings so far. Okay, since we had it on the market, showed it to an agent. We showed it to another lady who came in, 2 agents that came in, and then I have another buyer who came yesterday, and then 2 buyers came today. Okay, so the feedback is that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, and what I did tell the buyers, get me an offer, make me an offer. Look, we understand that there's things that need to be done. every house has things that need to be done. Well, not every house, but for the most part, most houses we have little things that need to be done. So it's not an issue, but what we want to do is we want to price it. Now, you could either do the work yourself, look at how much it will cost you to do all this work, which we're not doing that, right? Because it'll be money out of your pocket, or we could figure out the best price to get it where it could sell, and that might be a cash deal, okay? So, not that we have to go as low as $250 or to whatever. We want to be practical and look at how much money is going to cost. I think it's going to be $40,000 minimum to get this house in a livable state of mind, meaning that someone comfortable. $40,000. We got to change all bathroom, right? We got to change all bathrooms. We got to also paint, and then we also have to do new cabinets. Now the cabinets, I'm being very, very conservative when I say that. It probably will cost more for somebody who really wants to do more work, but I'm just thinking maybe $25,000 for the windows, $10,000 for a new kitchen, cabinets, and a new setup in the kitchen. And I'm thinking about an extra $5,000 for miscellaneous things that need to be fixed. Like, honestly, let me show you something that's a hazard, and I want to bring it to your attention. And one of my properties had a fire for this. And it's good that you're working with an investor, because I understand how we see things, and I want you to get the best price. This right here is broken, meaning that it works, but it will go out very soon. When it goes out, what happens is that it's a fire hazard. You can look it up. Most fires are starting from these fans. It's an electrical problem. What happens is that it spins, and it keeps spinning even though it's not being powered, and it could short a wire and start a fire. So we want to get that replaced or fixed, so we want to get that resolved. Now it's working now, but just 20 minutes ago it was making a sound, okay? So that's it, sir. We appreciate your business, and we're going to make this happen. But I want to protect you as your real estate professional and let you know, sir, there's about $40,000 worth of stuff here to be done. So it's either we're going to negotiate the price so we can get it sold at a cash price. Don't worry about commissions. We'll work it out. I'm not worried about money right now. I'm worried about getting the job done, okay? Because the reality is that if I have to co-broke with another broker, which is not a problem, we have that out there for them, which is 2%, I'm splitting half of my commission anyway. So I'm not really worried about it. But I'm going to tell you right now, if I don't get this job done for you, you have the jeopardy of losing the property and not being able to make any money on it outside of what the referee will give you for whatever gets paid. And we don't want it to go into auction. So we appreciate you, and we're going to push forward, but we got to do something, and we got to change something. So you let me know what you think about this. I hope you know that there are 3 people living in the house now, which means that pretty soon these people who are living here, if they don't have any intention of getting out of this home, you're going to have to definitely have a conversation with them on where they'll be going. Now, I'm working with them on that, meaning that I had conversations with him about where he wants to move. I'm sending him townhouses. That way we don't have a problem. I want you to continue collecting your rent, of course, but we have to be mindful. The bigger picture is to sell the house. Because if you collect the rent and this guy wants to stay here for however, then you got to get him evicted. Not to say that he's going to do that. But this is what we're faced with when people have squatter rights and they move into places. So we started out with 1, now we got 2. There's only 3. We started at 1, now we got 3. Sorry, and this is only a 3-bedroom. So now the house is fully occupied. Okay, this is not a vacant house. So that also takes away of not only your showing potential, right? So I can only show it once a week, twice a week, which means that if there was a buyer that wanted to see it, that she had a situation where she had to be in contract by Friday. I couldn't get her in here by Friday because I didn't want to get anybody upset. So because of that, what I had to do is wait till Thursday or Friday, and then when I text the lady like I'm doing an open house, she told me that the buyer had got something else. Now I understand that's not our fault because we have to be compliant and we need 24 hours. But I'm just getting you to know, if there was a vacant property, I could put a lockbox on here, have a code where they can come in. I know who's showing the place, showing that thing every 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, we're going to get an offer. So we just want to keep that we want to keep that, you know, as an option as well. Let you know what we're dealing with here. But thank you so much for your business, and we're going to put this together. Thank you.